All right. What's good, my laughing gas peeps? It's your boy Marweezy, and we're back for season 2, fam. We got a bunch of new stuff for y'all. Especially, we got a brand new host since Mr. Johnny. He just had a baby. I don't know if you guys remember, but he was about to have a baby, and he finally had a baby, so he's going through that right now. And then Eddie, he's doing his own things. So we got a brand new host for y'all. I want to make it more gender neutral for y'all so you guys can enjoy it more and be more on a personal level. So we brought my dope-ass cousin that you guys haven't met yet, VERNICE.
Hi, I'm Bernice. Definitely here for all the girls, so girl power here.
Yeah, you see, guys. So it's going to be a dope show for you guys, dope season, bringing you guys new guests. New stuff,
and just new insight, new views, and
exactly, because I felt like it was all guys, all of us guys.
Every time I would watch, I'd be like, you know what? I don't agree with that, or no.
No, I love it. No, I love that you're here, and I'm very happy, and we're very blessed to have you in our show. You're what we needed. Yeah. You're like the cherry on top that we needed for this.
Yeah, so. And what's crazy is like I have started my own podcast, but. I really enjoy watching yours. Yours is actually really dope. So I'm just happy to be here. No,
and I'm very excited that you actually, you wanted to come and join us as the host. You're the main host. I want all the women that watch this to be like, all right, look up to you.
Yeah.
Because I know you, and
sure. I just think a lot of people don't have platforms. Like a lot of people have gone through things and they just don't hear about it online anymore, and so
and then people have gone through things, they don't like to talk about it, or they're scared to talk about it, or they don't want,
or people they feel like they are the only ones going through that.
Yeah, exactly. So we can relate a little bit more, because honestly I would notice that sometimes when our show would be like too much of a male perspective. Like we would all kind of agree on the same thing, it's like, so we need somebody to disagree,
a girl's point of view.
Exactly. Yeah. So besides the new season, we're in November, it's almost Thanksgiving, but besides the special day of Thanksgiving, this month is also somebody's birthday, and it's our director, our editor, Brian Shreds. I want to give a big shout out, happy birthday, and we got a little birthday present for you, Mr. Brian, a little early birthday present.
That's so crazy. Both my kids' birthdays are in November too. When's your birthday?
So we got Mr. Brian. If you come over here so he can give you a little B-Day present. little. We got a little bottle for you. A little 1942 bottle for him. You don't have to open it right now, but
why? You gotta take a shot.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I had gotten this to celebrate that we got a new host, and then that's for your birthday. So this is to celebrate for you.
Aw, thank you.
So thank you very much for being a part of us. So we're gonna open this up, and while we open it up, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about me. Born and raised in Oceanside. I got 4 kids. Every time I say that, people are like, "Oh my God, you look like a baby," and I'm like, "Dude, yeah," but inside I'm like 60, so whatever. Let's just leave that there. Nothing really. I just got my real estate license, so be on the lookout. If you're gonna sell your house, hit me up, or if you're looking to buy, hit me up.
Sheesh.
Other than that,
the shotguns are right there.
They're
clean. Yeah.
Just go to work. Go to the gym, take care of the kids.
So, for people that don't know, since a lot of people know that we're related.
Oh, yeah.
And we're super close related.
Yeah, people probably are like, how?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's my cousin, like my first cousin.
Yeah, exactly. And we actually, I used to go to her house and all that when we were kids. I don't know if you remember, but I would go when you guys used to live in apartments in Oceanside long time ago.
The blue ones?
Yeah, when you were kids.
You know what?
I used to play with you and Daisy.
Yeah, I can vividly picture the apartments, but I don't know where they're at.
You don't? You remember?
No, like one time I think I even
drove to go
by.
Look for them?
Yeah, and I couldn't.
They're right there in Center Street. What the fuck? This ain't no shot. This is like a big boy shot.
I can't take a shot. No. I'll take maybe a little champagne.
Little half? Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking Brian. You're the big one. Wow, this is huge. Homie.
Are you guys? Shot.
Let's do half. Let's do half, cause half and half. No? Okay. Cheers then. Happy birthday.
Shot.
Yeah, it was like 2 shots.
Yeah, it was. You're a savage. Here, hold on. Let me give you some champagne to wash it down. Oh yeah, so those apartments are right there in Center Street.
I know.
And Ray and I used to live there. Flor, all your aunts.
I know nobody really knows their backstory, huh?
No, nobody knows their backstory. Where they used to, but they, that's where they lived. And since we were so close to all you guys, my dad was so close to your mom and to all her sisters. So we'd always go and visit. Almost every weekend we'd probably go over there.
Do you remember the food truck?
Yes, we were going by chips
and all that. And then you pull it up and it has everything.
Yep.
That's like a core memory.
I remember that. And then all the homies kicking it over there, I remember there would be cholos there kicking it.
Yeah.
And let me pour you out first. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And for the birthday boy. Yeah, all right. Take your bottle. You got to drink that on your own. I don't want any more of that because you can get me drunk. Yep. All right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, birthday boy.
Cheers.
Dude, that, the Center Street stuff and all, I remember you guys would wear dresses a lot. Like those. Do you have pictures of that?
Yeah, my sister has like a sunflower one where she's like putting it on, like it's a headband. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I know. I would remember. I would go visit. You guys would always do little fluffy dresses. Be running around the apartments. And those apartments, I don't know if you recall, if you remember your childhood memories. They were really big.
I was gonna say, were they like 2 stories or 3 stories?
No, one side I think was 3 stories, and then the other side was like 2 stories. I think about where you guys, your apartment was, it was a 2 stories.
I remember it being in the ghetto, though. Yeah. I remember being in the hood, and like, I do remember that. Yeah, I lived in the apartments in Carlsbad. We lived in these apartments in Carlsbad, but it wasn't, just because it sounds like Carlsbad. Yeah, I was gonna say, okay.
It wasn't rich.
Okay, Carlsbad.
No, hell no. No, it's like by this street called Pine. Shout out to all my homies from Carlsbad. I haven't given a shout out to them, actually, because I grew up my childhood there. It was one of the few Mexicans, and it was Jefferson Elementary in Carlsbad. But the apartments there, it was by Padres, se llamaban Los Padres. Los Padres se llamaban. And it was by this street called Pine. That's where all the Mexicans lived. That was like the Mexican part of Carlsbad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was an actual Mexican part. There was cholos from there. They would hang out and stuff. They were called like the Carlsbad Malos or something. Shout out to the Carlsbad Malos. They were the Carlsbad Malos and shit. So I grew up there. One of my best friends, his name was Chuyito. Shout out to him too. Haven't seen him in forever. I don't know what happened to him, but
isn't that crazy how you have friends from childhood and like you just drift apart?
Yeah, and it was all the way to middle school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because then by 8th grade, my parents bought a house in Vista, so then we moved to Vista, and they were like, "Hey, I'm sorry, but you can't go to Carlsbad." I was like, "Wait, what? All my friends are here. What the fuck?"
And you didn't keep in contact with them or anything?
I did a little bit, but obviously I didn't have a car. There was no cell phones then.
Yeah. MySpace.
No, there wasn't MySpace yet.
Oh,
that
shit.
old, fuck. There wasn't MySpace yet. I think there was AOL.
Oh my
AOL
God.
chat.
Oh yeah, I remember that actually. No,
Yeah.
my dad would be creeping on there. He'd be like AOL.
Yeah, AOL chat. So it's like, can you guys imagine back in the Stone Age when my old ass and shit, like you're trying to keep in contact with people. There's no Instagram, no TikTok, no Facebook. It was AOL chat, and then you leave voicemails to people. And if you want to talk to people on a group chat, you call this fucking number and shit.
Yeah.
You don't remember? Did you ever see about that number? There was this fucking phone number that people would go on and call and shit. It was like the party line. And people,
yeah.
Yeah. People would call to fuck around. Yeah. That was it. There wasn't no MySpace yet.
Would you ever prank call people?
No. No, yeah, actually, dude, the prank calling is funny because Wait, are you talking about there in the party, in the group chat, or in the party line, or just in general?
Just like in general, like, because I remember being so bored, and we would call the party lines, but then, we got tired of it, so then we'd start like prank calling people. And I only remember because one time I prank called my ex-boyfriend because I wanted to see what he would say. And we pretended to be like a young kid, and this guy started arguing back. Like, this guy started yelling at this little kid and was like, stop calling me, like...
Dude, we're so much alike. It's fucking hilarious. Like, I think that's why God didn't, like, bring us together as we were growing, because we probably would have been, like... We would have
so
been
bad.
fucked up.
We were so bad.
We would have fucked up the world. Because, dude, I would prank call people. I remember with my homie Edgar, Chris, and then Eddie, and, like, summertime, we'd be bored, too, like you said. And you know what we would do? We prank called... like a plumber once, and we gave him the address to our next door neighbor, and we're right there waiting.
Oh my god!
So we prank called the plumber. All like, hey, we're calling because we're we just had a plumbing issue. There's water everywhere. There's poop everywhere.
Dude, that's so expensive to get like a plumber out.
I didn't know. Fuck. All we saw was them arguing with the neighbor.
You guys went outside?
Oh we're outside and we saw them arguing. I didn't know no fucking plumber. So, yes, you did. You said you called about your dog Fifi that was over there touching the poop.
Was that the dog's name?
No, we're making it up. And then we were like, hey, we need help. Fifi, don't touch that. That's not chocolate. That's poop.
Oh my god.
So we made it so like that, like to the
Dang.
so the plumber came.
You're wild.
Yeah, so the plumber came. And then we saw the whole thing, and dude, we fucking, it was funny, So I wish we would have recorded it, like filmed it and shit, but there was no YouTube yet.
Yeah.
So there was actually, but
I was gonna say, I remember being super young and like watching YouTube, like makeup tutorials and like clothing hauls. Back in the day, I thought I was a YouTuber.
That's cool. That's funny. No, well, I remember. Yeah, actually, you're right. There was, but nobody would really use it because actually computers were really expensive. I didn't get my first computer till I was like freshman in high school, I think, and it was used one.
Wait, so how old are you then?
I'm 35.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm 35, but how old are you?
29.
Oh fuck, dude, you're hella young. Yeah, you see. So then, my old ass. There wasn't. In that time, there was no fucking none of that stuff. It was AOL.
I made
AOL
the cut.
chat.
I made the cut. I got MySpace.
Yeah, you got. I still got MySpace. I remember.
You do?
No, I still did. No, I don't have it, but I had it. When it came out, I was still riding. I fucking did the MySpace shit. Because I remember I was a musician then. I was like, I had my own little recording studio for rapping and all that stuff. Yeah, so I would go around like, I would record like rappers in my studio, and then I would go and promote shit. So
I remember rapping used to be a big thing. And like people would record and put it on MySpace. And then there's a few artists that I have.
And then you can edit the page on MySpace. Instagram, bring that.
Yeah, come on.
We need that because that was dope. You can put your music on there. Remember, you can put whatever music you wanted on top.
Instagram is trying to do that because now in your profile you can add like your little profile song, and you can.
You can do that?
Yeah, you didn't know.
Well, notes. That's it, right?
No, like you go on your page setting, and then you can add like a page song. So whenever.
Oh, but it's like a link, right?
No, it's like underneath your profile. So like your picture's right here. Your bio, and then it's like right underneath it.
What?
And you just hit play, and
I didn't know that. How the fuck do you do that? Explain to the people how you do that.
You know what? Let's see.
You have to go to your settings and put it on or something?
Yeah, so I go to
that. Did you know that?
Did you know that?
He's a musician. You see, you can have your music playing right there, bro.
I don't have internet here.
Oh yeah, my bad, guys.
But
we're in our new spot. It's underground.
Yeah.
Nobody can find us, so there's no internet and stuff.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're about to get that satellite internet.
But yeah, you can.
What? So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But MySpace was like OG. Nothing could replace MySpace.
Yeah.
You know how many relationships started off of MySpace? I think mine did.
MySpace. I used to use MySpace just for the music. So I remember I would love, like, you can change the background, you can change the font, you can change everything however you wanted. I think you put up to like 5 songs on there or 3 songs. I think it was, right?
Oh, in your top 8?
Yeah.
You knew. I knew when people were mad when I would be like number 1 and then move to number 2. I'd be like, oh my gosh. My sister did all that. I didn't really do any of that. Because there was so much coding. I was like, I want it purple.
Who's older, your sister or you?
My sister. She's older by 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought, because I wasn't sure. I'm like, fuck, I wonder if is Daisy older or you? I wasn't sure yet. But,
no, yeah.
Because I remember playing with both of you guys.
But I'm taller. I'm taller and I look older, so whatever.
No. Dang. Hey, well, let's get to our topic. Now that we introduced you a little bit, everybody got to know a little bit of our personal life growing up. We'll talk about it more next time, guys. You guys have to wait and keep on watching episodes.
Yeah.
So, our episode today, guys, is based on who has it easier. Do guys have it easier or girls have it easier? As far as like life, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I always tell that to my wife. I'm like, man, if I was a woman, I'll get whatever I want.
Yeah. It's like, you know what? The first time that I heard that, instantly I was like, girls. And then, right? Because we're girls, we get taken care of. We are spoiled. But then I flipped it and I was like, guys have it easier because, like, we are moms, we're wives, we're teachers, you know, we're like everything for our kids. So I think guys have it easier. What do you think?
Shit, I think it just depends on the perspective of the guy, because there's guys who aren't like old school. Like I'm old school. I'm like, look, I'm gonna fucking pay the rent. I'm gonna fucking pay the bills, and like my wife, I'll tell her like whatever money you make is for you to spend, or some shit.
You know what? And that's, you hear a lot of guys say that.
Yeah.
But they all aren't like that too, I guess.
Yeah, and then some will say that just because of the pride, but they're not saying the truth. Yeah. But I can bring my wife right now. You can ask her straight up. You know?
You think people lie about that?
Some people lie.
Really?
Yeah, because then I hear it because I heard it, like, from guys that be like, oh yeah, I have to pay the fucking bills and everything, and then I hear from the woman or something. I hear her talking to, their girlfriends. I shouldn't be listening, eavesdropping the conversations, but I'm gonna go get something from the house, and I come out and I hear it, talking smack, like, and that's. Like, I don't know. That's what I see. Because I feel like pressured sometimes, like if I have to pay rent and shit, like, I don't know, all that, bills.
Yeah.
Like, I feel very pressured that I have to do it. Like, or like, I'll be like, fuck, babe, I have to fucking, next month is the rent's due, and I'm short like an extra $500 or something, you know? Because my rent here is like, with this studio plus the house, comes out to be like $4,000.
Yeah.
So like I'll be like, fuck, and then she'll be like, oh babe, what are we gonna eat today?
Like, oh.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, dude, I'm telling you that I'm like fucking gonna be short like an eye, But they don't worry.
She probably knows that you always make it happen.
Yeah.
So to her, she's like, oh, like, he'll figure it out. Yeah. Because you always do, And that's, I think in different areas, it differs. Mm-hmm. Like, emotional wise, I think girls have it easier, right? Like, it's easier for me to say that I'm going through it and that I have postpartum, or I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm happy, And for a guy, you don't hear him say.
They hold in a lot of stuff.
Exactly. Like, society makes it seem like it's so bad for guys to have emotions.
That's true.
So, I know a lot of guys that are sad, a lot of guys that are like going through it, but like you said, they have to take care of their families, they have responsibilities, so they don't really have time to be sad. Yeah.
And you know what, and I'm a girl dad, so I have 3 daughters, and then they're all girls, so like I notice something that like I've been like very machista in the past, maybe because I grew into it because of my dad and that Oaxacan background, but I changed so much. I'm not like that, like I'll help Ruby and all that, I'll help more. But one thing that I noticed that you girls have it very hard in is like you guys can't express yourself like how you look, like how you dress sometimes without some asshole or somebody like trying to like right away being a dog. You know what I mean? That's what I noticed. Because sometimes I'll have my daughter now that she's becoming a teen, and like I'll see her last time she dressed with like a little short dress, you know, like what the hell, you know, and then I see other guys like trying to already like be dogs.
And then there's creeps. There's so many creeps out. It's like
I feel like that's hard for you guys, like, you know, because maybe one day you want, you know, like you're oh, I'm gonna wear a dress today, you know, because you want to feel fresh or something. But
it does cause, and it's not even things that you can control. Like you can just be wearing like a dress and people will start staring. And me, I'm so awkward. One thing about me is I am so like shy and so like to myself that attention just rubs me like, I don't know, it makes me so much more awkward. And then it's just.
So what about as far as guys versus girls, you know, who has it easier? What about as far as like a success level?
Well, that's a good one. I feel like for guys, they were super successful for a long time, but it's the girls that you guys need to look out for now. Like
I see that.
The girl bosses.
I see that.
I see the lash techs. I see the eyebrow artists.
Yeah, nail pros, all that stuff.
Hairdressers. Like, there's a lot of successful women.
Yeah, I noticed that now. I think it's starting to. I think that's why. I think now it's starting to be like a man is starting to be harder. You know, to be a man.
You gotta have a good job because like girls are so good at having like side hustles. You know, like nails, but then it makes it their main hustle, and now they're working for themselves. They're making their own schedule.
But I think if you're a girl though, and you're not successful at all, but you're pretty, you can make it. Us guys, I could be handsome, living in the street, you're like a homeless. I ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think.
If you're ugly, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, no, you know what? I don't even mean to sound mean, but I think there was a study that if you're pretty or if you're like cute, you're automatically like in a different tier.
Yeah, you get raises faster.
It just sucks.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Because look, you can be a handsome guy, but they don't care. You know, you have to have some sort of success level.
Yeah.
You know, are you handsome? But what do you do?
What do you got?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? Like, people too think like looks are everything for guys, but like and girls. But what do you think makes most people happy?
You know what?
Like money or
I think so. It's sad that like you know, this society is based on money and like our society now. Yeah. Like it's maybe 20 years from now, mostly the looks, the popular kids are the ones that are pretty and all that. But now it's more like, who are you? Like you can be ugly, but you can be, if you're balling and successful or something, they like you. Because I see a lot of famous people, famous TikTokers and stuff. That back then people would be like, no, we don't even want to see you. But now it's a different society, you know, like, but I think people look out a lot in like how you look, you know, like, and it's funny though, because a lot of people, they'll wear name brand shit, you know, and or fake jewelry and shit just to look cool for society, and stuff. But they're not paying attention to what matters is like what makes you happy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people now are like trying to understand, because we're already so like getting so old. I think we're finally, our generation is starting to do better, you know, like go to the gym, eat healthy, prioritize what's important, like family. I see a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't see too much like, oh, I got a new car, I got this, I got that. It's kind of like family pictures now, gym pictures, and all
well,
that.
Maybe now that's that part, you know, like that's because like, you know, more like a family oriented lifestyle, which I have too. But like doing this entertainment stuff, you hang around with a lot of entertainers, a lot of people, different style of living, you know, like people want to look good, they want to look dressed like with name brand stuff and all this stuff. So then that's when I noticed, and you know, and I realized that a lot of people, they want to dress like a certain way or they want to wear a certain thing just so they can make other people happy. And
really?
No, I noticed it.
Yeah.
Because I'll see like artists who I think are like, I see them on like videos and stuff. I'm like, damn, those fools are balling. You know, damn, they got like this dope ass chains. They got this dope ass stuff. They must be rich and shit, you know. But then I see them in real life and they're not.
Really?
You know, they'll be living like in apartments or living in like, or you know, wearing fake jewelry, fake watches and stuff like that for what? You know?
Yeah.
I fucking like these pants. I buy them. I bought them like a skate shop. You know,
they say like the people that have money don't ever flaunt it. Yeah.
That's true. That is true because a lot of the billionaire friends that I have, one of them, rest in peace, my homie, my friend Ari. He was a billionaire and owner of Diamond Environmental and all kinds of stuff. He owns like part of San Marcos and all that. This guy would drive around a Dodge Ram.
Yeah.
And he would wear just a regular watch like mine, you know, like nothing too expensive. He wouldn't wear no Rolex, none of that stuff. He's like, what the fuck am I gonna buy a Rolex for? He can afford it.
Yeah.
He can afford a Bentley, you know, but he wouldn't because he wanted it. He was like, dude, I'm so rich, I'm so powerful. Like, what I need to prove, you know? Like, and I see some of his pictures from the past years too when he was younger, and he wouldn't dress like that, you know?
No?
He wouldn't wear no Gucci,
If you
no
were a
Louis,
millionaire, would you like show out or no?
Well, I've already made like, you know, like that, and my dumbass I've learned, you know, like what the fuck, what would I buy like a pair of Gucci shoes? What would I buy like maybe for like I'm okay with buying like a purse for here and there for my wife and stuff like that, but I would never again buy myself Gucci shoes or Dior shoes and stuff like that. You know, for what? Why waste $1,000 in a pair of shoes?
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
like,
you do gotta treat yourself. Like in my industry, like at my job.
Yeah.
There's heavy hitters. You know, like there's people that make $100,000 every month. And I see them walking around like with Chanel, with Gucci, with Prada.
Yeah.
You know, but they treat themselves and they don't live above their means.
Yeah. Well, look, check this out though. The thing is, even like if you put it that way, the thing is that shit happens in the future. You know what I mean? I had money in the past many years, you know, but emergencies happen.
Yeah.
Stuff happens. People die. People stuff. You know, like. And it changes whatever you're at. Maybe even that company can close anything.
Yeah.
Something can happen. So one thing I noticed in the past that, I can buy all that stuff, but then years pass, and I'm talking about now that I'm 35, and I've been balling since I was fucking 22. I don't know, 20 years old, you know. But there's been times when I've had a rough, and then I'm like I was like, I remember I was like 26 years old probably, and I was like, fuck, I'm so broke. Shit, Darlene was like 6-7 years old, and I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? You know, and I had already been balling before that, from going from like having six figures in my fucking bank account all the time to going to having like zero. And I'm like,
it humbles you. And yeah, me too. I remember I would sell cars, you know, and I had a steady income, like a really good income. And I was doing good with the kids. And then, you know, I stopped working and I had a baby and I didn't work. And it was hard. It was probably the hardest, like 2-3 years of my life. If I look back on it, like just roughing it from having so much and like so much freedom to not having anything. So when I got back into working, it was like such a breath of like fresh air. And so I think it took me a while to understand, like you could be up and then down, but like always go back up. So I think I'm like at that point.
You have to have a contingency plan.
Yeah.
Liquidity. You know, stuff you just keep learning as you grow older.
Yeah.
And then so what I really, my goal is like generational wealth. I'm like, fuck, I want generational wealth. Like this, you know, some of my friends are billionaires, like they're able to like see their kids enjoy it and their grandkids, and then he dies, and then there's still so much more to, you know, that
But that's not even like spoken about enough, you know, like you can open a trust fund, you can do an IRA. Like there's so many things that the most people don't know about. Yeah,
exactly.
That needs to be taught in school.
For real, well, they don't want us to learn that, you know. They don't want people to know that you know what you can do with credit and stuff. You know, I didn't know that.
Credit is everything.
Exactly,
here.
and then I've been starting to learn that barely. Like I've always had cash. Always cash.
Yeah,
I grew up with that cash is king kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, cash is not king. It's credit. Because then with cash you get credit, and with credit you get more stuff. That's how you rise up. You know, but
and it sucks if you mess up your credit. Like you better have cash, and if you don't have cash, then you're like assed out.
Do you know our uncle Demetrio? Tio Demetrio? He's your uncle. You haven't, huh? You need to meet him. Next time he comes, we're gonna meet him and talk to him. Every time he comes, he's BFFs with your mom and Audia and all them and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're cousins that grew up. Well, his dad, it was brothers with your grandpa.
Oh.
So, anyways, he's an immigrant and he owns his own business. He has credit. He has all this. He has like 2 pads in Oregon. And, you know, he's the one to put me on, like, hey, look, credit. Don't be dumb. You have this much cash, like, do this, do that. Yeah. And so he barely started putting me on that, like, about a year ago and all that. So I've been, like, changing the way. Yeah. He's like, why do you have these cars sitting around there for? Like, are they making you any money or are they wasting you money? I'm like, no, you're right. They're wasting. What are you having for? Yeah. For your ego? You know? Like, just to say that you have these classic cars, or do you want to invest in real estate, do this? And I'm like, all right, you know what? You're right. So now I've done that. So I'm moving to a different step now where I'm like, all right, I'm like moving my money different direction so I can make more than what I want, you know?
You gotta.
So, and then I want to make all this stuff grow because obviously I want us all to get paid, you know? You know, so then we'll all get paid and we'll all have a bigger studio, you know, bigger stuff.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And everybody has to start somewhere. And most people don't have it handed down to them, you know? A lot of people in our generation right now are doing it and getting out there for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't help out others, you know? They're just selfishness, you know? It sucks, but we'll be the change. Oh, dude, I got a dope question. Who has it easier? Because you said you were a car salesman. Who had it easier in the car sales business? Was it the girls or the guys? Because mostly the people who go buy cars are guys, so I would think you would have it easier.
Well,
you would get more sales and shit, you know?
Like as a salesperson?
Yeah.
Oh.
As a car sales, because you said you work at a dealer as a salesman?
Yeah, I used to work at Toyota.
Okay, so then would you be a better salesperson than the guys?
I feel like I would know a lot more, but they would think that the guys knew more. So they'd be like, oh, can you check this, and that? Thinking that I'm not going to know the answer, but I do. So I think a lot of guys were hesitant to buy such expensive trucks from me. But I'm like, I'm selling you a $80,000 truck. I think I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
I was wondering that because I worked in sales too, but I'll tell you right now what kind of sales. So your sales in like cars, I would imagine that, you know.
Girls, like I get it easier?
No. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, hey, you know, you look pretty, the guy want to go and sell. But then again, I guess if you think about it, some assholes guys are like, no, you don't know about, what do you know about cars?
And then when they're married, like sometimes I get like really rude customers because, I don't know, like the wives are so mean, you know?
Well, it's because you're being nice. It's probably because you're being nice to the guy because you're a salesman. That's your job. But some girls interpret it probably like you're flirting, maybe. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, or they would just be like taking charge, you know? Be like, well, I'm not going to pay that. We're going to pay 80,000 or we're walking out. And guys are kind of like more understanding, I guess. And the wives would be like, no, we're going to get it at this price and then leave. So...
Yeah, because you know what? The only reason why I ask is because I see a lot of salesmen. They're all guys.
Yeah.
Mostly when I go to dealerships, I don't see. It's rare I see a girl.
Yeah, you know what? There was only 3 that worked at my dealership.
Was it Toyota right here?
In Carlsbad.
Oh, in Carlsbad, you said?
It was so easy because they're Toyotas, so they would like sell themselves most of the time.
That's dope.
Yeah.
One of my friends, he's a salesman at Toyota. Actually, he came out on the podcast. Shout out Taz. He's top salesman of Toyota and stuff, and right here in Escondido.
Yeah, this one's busy.
Yeah, well, raza be with that Toyota. Esa madre me va a dar hasta 200,000 millas. You know?
That or Ford. Yeah. I feel like a lot of Mexicans love Ford.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. My dad would love Ford trucks, I remember. I think that was his first car. No, actually, now the dealer, he got a Ford Explorer, and then he got like the truck. He traded in for the Ford F-150 and shit. But
and
what
then,
else?
Another question, like, you know what I was thinking about the other day? Is
what?
Like, guys are the guys, right? So they search for what they want. So like in relationships, it's harder for a girl to meet someone than it is for a guy to meet someone, right? Because like if you're a guy, you're kind of known to initiate it. You're kind of known to like walk up to someone and introduce yourself to them.
You know what?
Whereas a girl, it's like, I'm not going to go up to somebody. I'm going to wait for a guy to approach me. And so for guys, it's just so much easier to meet people than girls. What do you think about that?
I guess so. You know what? You're right, because I see it like with my wife and stuff when we go to like school events or something. It's harder for a girl to like want to start talking to like right away to like another mom.
Yeah.
But then you see dads, hey, what's up, bro? Like, if they start talking, like, they already know each other for years.
And then they're just like, cool. It's like the guy code.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I never really paid attention to that. You're right. You're right. That is something like that. That is something different. Then we're already at like, at a good time, but I like the vibes and stuff. So let's talk a little bit more. I got one more question.
Okay.
As far as like, I think as far as like who has it easier, I think sometimes guys have it easier versus women when it comes to being a mother.
Yeah, that's one topic that isn't even talked about a lot. Like,
I gotta give it up to you guys. You know what I mean? Because I see my wife, like my dumb ass, just like, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then like she'll wake up and feed the baby, and like, if she's sick, she'll give her medicine, and I'll wake up though. If they're sick, I wake my ass up, and I help. But sometimes, if I'm really tired and she's making her bottle, I won't make it.
Yeah, you'll fall asleep.
I just stay asleep, I'll pretend I can't hear her.
You're like, I'm dreaming.
Yeah, and then she does everything. So shout out to her about that. So, you girls have it like that. Because I'm pretty sure when you have your baby, you're the one that wakes up, you're the one that feeds the baby.
Yeah, I have 4. So my kids are 10, 8, 1, and she's 10 months. Mm-hmm. So, my son will be 2 this month. So they're only like a year apart. So it's like 2 under 2. And it's hard. It's hard to get them dressed for school, get them to school, make sure they have lunch, pick them up, give them a shower, give them a bath. And then you got to take them to like their sports, soccer, whatever it is. It's a lot. And then having to take the older ones with babies still in a double stroller.
Oh my God.
Like...
See, I gotta give it up to you because, dude, there's some moms who like give up and shit. Yeah. Like, there's this mom that I don't want to say any names, but this girl, right? She had a daughter with this guy, and dude, she fucking abandoned. She like gave up on the daughter.
Really?
Right? Yeah, she like gave up on the daughter, and then I felt like an asshole because last time I seen her, I asked about her, but then Ruby's like, babe, don't be fucking asking those questions because the daughter is with the dad and the grandma. She sees the grandma as their mom.
Oh, and I'm
like,
God,
well, fuck,
that's sad.
Dude, that's her fault because she gave up on her. Like,
that's sad.
She, I don't know what decision she was making at the time, but dude, this girl gave up on the daughter, like, and she started like a new family. She got married with this new guy,
really?
Has another kid. Yeah, she had another kid.
That happens a lot. That happens. Isn't that crazy that someone can have a baby with someone and then...
How can you forget about, that's what I see. How can you forget about your child? Like your blood and shit. And like she didn't give a fuck. And she forgot about this girl. And I asked last time, oh, where's, your daughter and shit. And she was like, oh, I haven't seen her, blah, blah. And then she was like, dude, then afterwards my girl told me, she's like, oh, dude, she fucking lost her daughter and the dad has her, and but it's weird because I don't know how it happened because supposedly the dad was like a drug dealer, and then the daughter, the CPS had her supposedly, but then I guess the daughter's with the mom of the dad.
Oh damn.
And she sees the grandma as like their mom, but she didn't care. Now she's all happy with her new family and stuff. and shit. But I give it up to you though, and I see how strong a mom you are.
Moms go through so much. Like pregnancy is hard. Pregnancy is hard. Pregnancy is hard. You know, you see your body changing. You feel your body changing. The hormones, oh my God, are just so intense. And then after, I didn't realize like postpartum was a thing, and you could be depressed after a baby. And I feel like so many people have it. And
well, these people aren't informed, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
About that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. But it now makes sense. You know, like sometimes when my girl will be a little emotional after, we'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
and I heard it takes 2 years. 2 years for you to like regulate your body.
What about us guys? Do we get emotional? Do we get a hormone
change?
You?
When
no,
she
was, I'm just saying, do we?
When Ruby was pregnant, did you like get pregnant too?
Probably. I think I would cry for anything.
Yeah, well,
I'm a crybaby. I'm a sentimental guy.
They say that the guys have like morning sickness sometimes too, and do that.
A mí se me antojaban las cosas, and they were like, oh, okay, this time it's going to be a boy. Fuck that, it was a girl again.
I know. Are you guys going to have another one?
I kind of want to, you know.
A boy?
I'm trying to convince Ruby. She's like, no, I'm good. This third one, fuck, dude. She don't let me sleep. She don't let us sleep. She's 6 months. But, man.
Yeah, my daughter.
She needs a lot of attention.
The first 3 months, she would not sleep at all. She was like crying, like just crying. And it was like the hardest 3 months ever. Me and her dad really like went through it those 3 months. And now she's like chill. Now she's like calm and like.
Hopefully that's how she turns, because she just, and then she don't like to go with nobody. Es bien huraña. So like I'll leave her with like, oh, here's your aunt. Starts crying. And grandma crying. You know, barely starting to get good with my mom and stuff. Like, but she's very like that, you know, huraña and shit.
Yeah, it'll pass. The first year really is hard, huh?
Yeah.
The first couple.
Well, before we end our show, do you have one last question or something? Another comparison that you think in your head? Who has it easier?
Who has it easier when you go out? Girls or guys?
Oh, as far as like paying the bill?
Yeah, just like going out. Like if we're like, hey, let's go out.
Well, fuck, I think you girls have it easier, because I've gone, you know, in the past with my wife, I always had to pay, you know, like actually, you know what? Sometimes it would be fun. I remember when my wife would work, we would go to like boiling crab or something, and we had competitions. We'd be like, all right, look, whoever finishes the shrimp faster is the one that's not paying, you know? So we'll be like,
you guys would be scrambling?
We'll be fucking grabbing on the shrimp. She always fucking won because she loves shrimp, so I always had to pay.
She's like, yeah, we're going there.
Like, damn it, man. No, yeah. But I think, no, I don't know. What do you think?
Overall, in general, I do think women have it easier.
Yeah.
I do. We're able to express our emotions more. Like, we're starting to be a lot more independent, a lot more boss-like.
But in what culture, though? Because you know what? I think you're probably talking about our Mexican culture, because I have American culture. Some other people, whatever it is that they go, they're paying half and half. You know, some American friends. My homie Brennan, I remember he was talking about like, they go on a date and shit. They're like, oh yeah, like
half and half on a date.
Yeah.
Oh like, my gosh.
On the first, you know, dates and stuff, first dates, they'll do half and half. Oh, we're gonna watch a movie. Oh, she pays for her ticket, I pay for mine, kind of thing.
Would you, on a first date?
Yeah, that's what my homie would talk about. I'd be like, what the fuck, fool? I'm like, Mexicans? No, dog.
Yeah.
My dad already told me, pinche cabrón, si vas a salir con una mujer, te voy a dar extra dinero porque tú tienes que pagar, you know?
If that happened to me, it'd be like, drive me home.
Yeah. And then I start thinking about that. No wonder B has so many exes, fool. Right now, when he sees this episode, he'll be like, you motherfucker. Che gordito, I see.
But yeah, I do think that we have it easier, but we also go through a lot more than guys do. So I feel like we deserve it. I feel like we deserve to have it easier.
Yeah, most def. All right. Well, that was a dope ass episode. You did amazing for this episode. What do you guys think? Drop a comment if you guys like her. If you guys want a different topic, you know, guys versus girls kind of thing. Let us
know what you guys want to know.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it. We'll be straight up. You know, we ain't gonna hide about nothing about our personal life. We want you guys to interact with us, you know, and really get to know us on a personal level, and so you guys can, you know, love us when you see us, and on TV. So anything else? That's it? All right, guys. Well, peace out and catch you later.
Bye.